Afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Tech Webinar. Today, my colleague and I will share with you our journey towards autonomous operations. Autonomous operations is important for Maxis to deliver a matched personalized experience to our customers because it will fully automate network operations with minimal human involvement, improve customer experience using our net services with reduced service downtime and faster outage resolution. Before we continue, let's start with some introduction of who we are. I'm Yao. I manage and deliver OSS solutions in Maxis. OSS, short for Operations Support Systems, are network IT systems that ensure smooth and efficient operations in a telecommunication service provider like Maxis. Together with the 10 years in Maxis OSS, I have more than 20 years in the OSS domain in various roles, and having worked with a few leading companies in the telecommunication industry like Ericsson, Motorola, and Packet One.
Thanks, Yao. I am Puvainderan from Mobile Service Operation, specialist in fault and performance management as well data analytics for more than 20 years. These are the topics that we cover in today's sections, about 45 minutes before we move into Q&A. In case some of you have any question for us. We will start with the background and plan for autonomous operation. What is the network operation? What the autonomous operation ambition? And where are we in the journey? The platform that we will support in this ambition. Also, we'll go through a few examples and use cases and the impact to the customer. Maxis as well as a talent development. Finally, we lay down what are we going to focus next in the journey before we continue with Q&A. Before we go to autonomous ambition, let me start quick overview how a typical network operation work in the telco organization. These are 5 key areas. First one is surveillance, where associated service operation center team who will monitor the network and services issue. Once we detected alarm, it will resolve remotely. If not, we need to dispatch a ticket to field operation team for rectification. We also have a team that manage network provisioning and configuration to configure new integration parameter changes and activated new services to improve the network quality. We also have a team manage customer complaint, which is related to network, whereby escalated by customer service team. So our ambition is to move into the autonomous operation in order 3 to 4 years plan, which is require human intervention with current application and tools capability. So how do we want to achieve this ambition? Let me have a look in next. Maxis operation ambition has always been zero touch knock and autonomous operation with high efficiency and delivering world-class network customer experience. These are the 7 key pillars. First one, zero touch. Automate all ticket creation, diagnose and close with auto root cause analytics. All the enterprise services been activated and upgraded via self-service without human requirement. Second one, predictive, proactive, and self-healing capability to reduce outage and customer downtime. Self-healing capability with AI ML to avoid service interruption and proactive notification to customer on the outages. Next, zero platform downtime. Enhance all critical IT platform with auto failover and disaster recovery. Powerful tool capability and visibility with accuracy and customer early detection. Next, remote intervention and analytics. Self-healing capability from alarm to self-heal to auto docket creation and closure without any truckload or human intervention. Green technology, whereby deploy solar system and lithium technology intended to mitigate or reverse the effect of human activity on the environment. Digital and analytics. Automate system with data from various sources into areas for improvement and optimization. People development. Upskill all employees to future digital technology, example AI and ML, RPA, and iDevOps capability. In order to achieve all this ambition, our target by year 2026 onward. However, we already started our journey and currently we are in the automation part and soon we'll be reaching the other areas. Next, we have a look how a smart network operation work via zero touch. There are two key areas where by proactive and automation. These two will be applied into all these four key domains in terms of autonomous customer experience, predictive, and also high visibility. In order to achieve this vision of benefits as highlighted bottom, which cover from customer self-serve capability, minimize human intervention, detection, proactive communication to customer, faster on resolution and decision making. Let's go into next on deep explanation all 5 key domains that are highlighted before on network operations. Surveillance, where detect the problem and troubleshoot and take necessary action and mitigate for all the failure. Proactive detection of the fault and service alarm before customer complaint, as well perform auto root cause analytics to isolate the primary source of fault. Automate end-to-end network topology with multi-domain correlation capability to isolate the source of the fault. From the action perspective, we can do the self-healing via rule-based without human intervention. Automate closed loop for isolation and can use AI ML capability to identify the root cause and close the issue. Service assurance, where we have fault and performance degradation monitoring and resolution. Once detected alarm, automatically system will perform auto diagnose to identify the root cause before create a trouble ticket and assign to field operation team based on their geolocation, skill set, traffic, fault type, availability, current and historical load to take necessary action. There are issues that can be automatically resolved without human intervention. But of course, this is going to be continuous journey until we reach a point where major of the network outage will be resolved remotely and automatically. Service management covering the mass community and enterprise customer. For the mass community, when there is an issue, we'll push a notification to customer and notify outages is happening via messages, mobile apps, social media, and so on. For enterprise, we have dedicated monitoring to monitor all the services be subscribed by the enterprise customer. Once problem is detected, we will automatically push a notification to the enterprise customer to notify where they have an issue or not. We are also coming up with the portal whereby customer can go into the portal and look into the status of services on their own rather than depending on Maxis teams. Next, let's have a look on field operation capability. Field operation team will resolve issue physically on site if cannot resolve remotely. Workforce management team go to site once get trouble ticket based on the alarm for rectifications. Ticket been auto-created after performing auto-diagnose. This is mobile-based workforce management where they can access the work order view anytime, anywhere. Preventive maintenance, we can have on-demand preventive, and we also have AI/ML-based preventive to manage the equipment, prevent to ensure there's no major issue. Next, let's have a look on provisioning and configuration management capability. So earlier we talked about outages, and now we talk about provisioning and new services. Our ambition is to have zero touch on service provisioning, whereby a customer will be able to select from the portal and provisioning new or upgrade services. The planned event and configuration changes, change management will do pre and post sanity check to ensure whatever changes done in the network is verified, okay or not. This is a very quick overview in terms of network operation, how intend to achieve our autonomous operation. Before we go into a platform, I would just like to run through a few minutes video, click show what we just highlighted.
Now, I hope you've enjoyed the video. We have prepared a poll to gauge your understanding on what has been presented so far. Please try to answer the question on the screen. Basically, the question is asking what is not the key focuses of the autonomous operations. Please pick one. Zero downtime, people development, automatic network planning, digital analytics, or zero touch. Maybe we take 30 seconds for all of you to answer the question. Well, interesting. But actually, the correct answer would be the network planning, because the automation, the operation planning is not part of this. It's not one of the 7 pillars that Puvan shared just now. Okay, that's fine. Let's continue with the presentation. Now, let's take a look at the platforms that will support autonomous operations. So we have here the OSS platforms and system that we use in Maxis. We cover all the network lifecycle, not just operations. So in the planning over here, we have radio and microwave planning systems. For implementation, we use network inventory system for rollout and fulfillment activities. Once in service, we use the customer experience management to help us manage customer complaints and service quality, as well as integrated service assurance, ISA, working closely with incident management and field ops management for end-to-end surveillance and field operation activities. ISA is the main platform supporting autonomous operations, so I will elaborate more in subsequent sections. Now, before we move on, I would like to point out that we also use some other software tools in our day-to-day work. For example, Geographic Information System, GIS, to check site locations on map. Business Intelligence System, to analyze the vast amount of network data and events collected to make data-driven decisions. In addition to that, we leverage RPA, robotic process automation, which are like software robots, to automate manual and repetitive tasks to increase work efficiency. We will share 2 automation examples achieved by RPA later in this session. Lastly, we are actively exploring and adopting cloud technologies. For example, migrating some of our data analytic workload to Google Cloud. Now, let's take a look at some use cases, and the first one will be integrated service assurance, ISA. Before ISA, there's limited alarm correlation, so the team needs to manually diagnose, isolate, and rectify problems. This is labor intensive, as we are talking about hundreds of thousands of alarms, and only about 40% of them are automatically related. Communication to field ops, service impact assessment, and notification to customers are all handled by the team manually. With ISA in place, the workload is greatly reduced, as more than 90% of alarms are automatically diagnosed and escalated. This is achieved by first reducing the alarm volume coming into the system, then correlating, that is grouping the related ones together for troubleshooting, and finally automating incident handling. ISA reduces alarm volume by first suppressing unnecessary alarms, leaving only those genuine ones for the teams to work on. Example of unnecessary alarms are intermittent alarms, those that go on and off by themselves. With self-healing, some common known alarms are rectified automatically by the system. For example, by performing a reset on the equipment. By employing machine learning and artificial intelligence, the system makes predictions of future alarm occurrence so that problems are rectified before it happens. We have implemented such predictive surveillance use cases for radio and microwave link failures. All of these combined together cut down alarms volume significantly. Now, for those alarms requiring troubleshooting, ISA automatically employs correlation rules to group the related ones together and assesses the impact of this alarm so that the team can prioritize which one to attend to first. For example, those impacting more customers, enterprises, and so on. With automated incident management, communication to field ops and impact notifications is much more efficient, as a lot of the manual tasks are now handled inside the system. Now the team is also able to send proactive notification to more of our enterprise customers for potential issues and outages, so that they are aware and better prepared beforehand. Having seen how ISA helps the team, let's take a closer look at the platform. We started the implementation of ISA in the second half of 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, and managed to complete the deployment early this year. Due to the pandemic, most of the implementation activities were performed remotely. So it's an interesting project, yet it comes with some unique challenges, even though in the end we managed to overcome them and deliver it to network operations team. In terms of architecture, it runs on a hybrid cloud model, where some of the modules are hosted in public cloud and others in private cloud. It supports all the services in mobile and fixed networks, and capable of supporting new technologies such as the upcoming 5G. In terms of capability or modules, ISA provides surveillance and KPI monitoring through fault management, FM, performance management, PM, for alarm and network performance monitoring, recovery, and incident handling. Next, we have the dashboard for customer service, where the team now have the network status visibility in a single view, which improve efficiency and speed in handling customer complaints. Enterprise Service Monitoring, SM, helps the surveillance team to ensure that the services used by our enterprise customers are up and running and quickly identify any problem in the various network elements involved in providing the services. With the development studio, our internal staff have gone through trainings and managed to build new automations, implement new rule sets, thus extending the capability of the system. This is part of talent development, where we are building an internal digital workforce by equipping and upskilling our team with the necessary skill sets. For example, the surveillance team can take the opportunity to expand their skill sets to take on analyst or developer roles. This is a simplified view of the previous diagram, which shows the various system integrations we have in ISA. As you can see here, ISA takes alarms and performance stats from network elements and element managers. Enrich them with network data, such as inventory, radio coverage, or business data from other systems. These are the few modules that I described just now. Fault management and performance management are the foundation of service assurance. And yes, other modules are built on top of that. To the right, you can see some system that ISA integrates to create incidents, send notification to our customer, and to analyze data ISA collected. Now, the journey towards fully autonomous operation is still ongoing, but we have already some positive outcomes to share here. We have observed improvement across the board in various aspects of network operation surveillance, in the form of lower alarm volumes, improvement in escalation, recovery, and auto-diagnosis rates, and productivity increase. For our customers, enterprise and consumer, with the customer service dashboard and service monitoring module extended to the team, they now have unified network surveillance and enterprise service insight and are able to assess service impact faster and send proactive customer notification to most enterprise customers. In terms of people transformation, we have therefore framework in place leveraging ISA platform. And we have started the upskilling program for some of our operations staff towards becoming part of the digital workforce. Now, I would like to invite Puvain to run through the RPA use cases.
Thanks, Yao. Before we go into deep on 2 RPA use cases, let's have a look what is RPA. R is a robotic, can mimic human actions. P is a process, a sequence of steps based on rule and script. A is an automation without human intervention. This is the use case, how RPA is work. RPA can do most of user action with no disruption to the existing IT architecture. Similar to how humans interact with user interface to get work done. Follow a sequence of commands which are executed by bot. Example, extract file, copy file, update file, and so on. What is site acceptance? Site acceptance is to validate health check of site for operation monitoring and take necessary action when there is problem. Due to high volume of site acceptance requests for audit, automation initiated via RPA to avoid human intervention. From this automation, we achieve more than 90% site acceptance done by RPA without human intervention. As well, we minimize the processing time. How this process works automatically via dedicated bot for site acceptance. First, bot access to inventory tool to extract all the incoming acceptance list. Then bot access to element manager to validate site and alarm status before go for acceptance. Bot also send email notification to user for manual validation if not meet the automation rule base. Before this, all this process done manually, but now with RPA, human only involved when necessary. Next, let me have a look. Use case number 3 for special event management. What is site status update for special event management? Site status update for special event is whereby operation team have to closely monitor all site saving for special event and periodically update the status to management for broadcasting. Toward zero touch with minimal operator, this task been automated via RPA rule-based condition to avoid human intervention. From this automation, we achieve more than 90% site status update done by RPA without human intervention. As well, we reduce some processing time. How this process work automatically via dedicated bot. Performance management tool push data to bot for action. Then the bot downloads the Excel file and read what is next action. Then bot read the Excel file and send output for broadcast based on defined script and rule. Same before, all this process done manually, but now with RPA, human only involved when necessary. Next, I hand over to Yao, brief more on impact to customer, organization, and talent development.
With all the improvement that we have shared, the impact will certainly be felt by both our customers and Maxis. In a nutshell, there are fewer major incidents resulting in reduced service downtime, meaning our customers can use the services without interruption and seamlessly. When there are outages, incidents and communications to customers are managed much more effectively. This is achieved through increased automation, leading to operational efficiency, where the team moves from manual, repetitive, and time-consuming tasks to more preventive, productive, and analytic activities. By taking up the upskilling and new learning opportunities made available to them. Towards building a digital workforce, these are the key aspects of talent development. You can be part of this journey with us. First, by embracing new technologies. Migration to cloud is picking up. Machine learning and artificial intelligence is being used increasingly everywhere. Not forgetting network domain knowledge like self-healing, software-defined network, SDN, and so on. Then adopting data analytics skills. Consolidating data to establish a single source of truth, using data to make predictions of what might happen, and moving towards prescriptive analytics. Also implementing DevOps and Agile methodology to commercial off-the-shelf system we deploy, as well as the internally developed solutions, building data pipeline, and so on. All of this needs talents equipped with the necessary digital skills and are versatile, adaptable with the constantly changing technology landscape in the industry. Let's take another poll to see if we manage to articulate to you the benefits of autonomous operations. So we would like to see which of the following is not the impact of autonomous operations. Is it faster network upgrade, reduced downtime, increased automation, or operational efficiency? Let's take 30 seconds to answer the poll. Well, much better compared to the first one. Okay, let's continue. Now we have come to the end of the presentation. We have shared with you the journey towards autonomous operations so far. Where do we go from here? As we showed in the beginning, the journey will take us another few years. We will continue the evolution towards digital operations by implementing new automation use cases, enhancing ISA platform, such as intelligent fault isolation, auto diagnosis, more self-healing scenarios, expanding the use of predictive surveillance use cases. We'll move forward with zero-touch provisioning with a new platform, focusing on data analytic use cases, as well as supporting new technology like 5G, self-optimizing network, and so on. And not forgetting the sustainability agenda by pursuing green technology development. A key factor for making that happen is the talent that we have in Maxis. So attracting and developing new talent is of paramount importance. In this aspect, some of the plans we have include the insourcing of application development, expanding of network analytics, internal skill development, and exposure to new learnings. With that, I will end my presentation and open the floor to some questions. I hope you all have gained some useful insight into our journey and are as excited as I am towards what is next in the journey towards autonomous operations. Thank you.